Hello and welcome to the latest Dinosaw, another 7 cool things you probably should have seen last week but maybe didn't, so let me help you out. First one is the Exobrew. This was at CES, and as you can probably guess, it is a home brewing kit. You put all your material in the top, whether it be fruit or whatever it is for cider, kombucha, beer, whatever, and it does everything for you. So you attach your app and it will tell you how it's going. It does the brewing, the fermentation, it does the filtering as well, but also it has temperature on board so it can raise the temperature and not. And also it'll do the tapping as well. So that basically means you can then drink it straight out of the machine. You get 1.6 gallons of guff out of this thing. It costs about £700. Available in the US, or it's for pre-order in the US. I don't know whether that's coming to the UK pretty soon, but I do want one of those. That's amazing. Also available in the US is the Vision Pro. It came out this week and is all over the place. Lots and lots of interesting reviews. If there's two you have to watch, Casey Neistat's, which you're seeing right now, and Marcus Brownlee, always good reviews. One is Marcus's is more on the technical side, which is what you're seeing here, and Casey Neistat takes it out into the actual streets. Seeing lots and lots of interesting videos and Instagrams of people wearing these things. It's actually, you know, trying to sort of garner some reaction from people. Interestingly, it's far more accepted than a couple of years ago when the Google Glasses came out. But Casey also shows you how when you're traveling, it doesn't really work. There's obviously some safeguards for doing that. So therefore, there's some videos that you may have seen of somebody driving a Tesla you realize probably aren't real, but there you go. $3,500, not available in the UK or anywhere else other than the US, but coming hopefully within the first half of 2024. There you go. Nice. This is a really interesting sensor, well, as far as sensors can get. This is a sound sensor that actually generates electricity. So it uses a certain signature of sound to generate electricity as well. So it's not just all sound. So for instance, the word 4 versus the word 3, 4 will generate the electricity, 3 won't. So that's quite interesting for things like security, but also it's only tuned to certain sounds. So the hissing of a pipe, for instance, versus the background traffic around the pipe. If it hears the hiss, it will generate. So it could then generate electricity to maybe turn some other piece of equipment on, maybe an alarm or a recording or whatever. In the future, they're also thinking about, well, we could put this into medical devices, cochlear implants, for instance. Obviously, when somebody is saying something, then that's when you need some electricity to be generated. So, and also it's an application where you don't really want bulky batteries. Also sort of internal things like pressure behind the eye, for instance, was one of the things they said. So very interesting. So I want to see where that one goes. This is Amazon, and they have launched their, let's say, shopping assistant, because kind of what they're calling it. Really, it's a chatbot. And they've trained it on all the other things that probably you don't currently get on Amazon. For instance, reviews, how things work. So you might say, what's the difference between a trail running shoe and a road running shoe? Currently not really on Amazon, but it can get that from its training, i.e. probably other people's reviews that they didn't pay for. However, it's got other things like, you know, what should I give somebody? And therefore it's got suggestions. There you go. It's only in the US again. I think it's only in a certain amount of people who are being given access to this to see how it goes. But hopefully better than their returns bot. But other than that, it's pretty cool. This is quite a niche one, but you'll appreciate it if you've ever tried to do this. This is drawing neural networks. I've done this in PowerPoint slides, for instance, native, and it is painful. However, this website does it for you for free and does it, and different types of neural networks as well. So if you do ever want to represent a neural network, maybe you're talking about AI or whatever, then this is the site for you. Link down below. I'm not going to go any further than that. It's either for you or it isn't. This is just another glimpse of the salvo of laws coming to AI right now. We've seen the UK government publish their white paper a couple of days ago, and if you then interrogate it, it really is a little bit looking at the sort of the threats of it, but also trying to weigh that up against the commercial benefits. The US have actually sort of put this law. It's kind of gone through over the last month, probably is going to go through in the next couple of weeks. It's about basically banning robocalls that use AI voices. So this could be relatively okay on one side. You know, you could say, well, it's only trying to sell you double glazing, but it's a robocall voice. Or on the other side, it can be trying to mimic one of your loved ones and trying to con you out of your life savings. So any of that is now becoming illegal, probably quite soon in the US. So US and Europe are leading the way on these. Just another example of where AI is being seen to be needing to be legislated against. And finally, we have the good folk at MSCHF. That's how you pronounce that. This is art collective in the US. They do things just on the border of legal and art, which is often where some of the good stuff sits. And this is streaming full-length movies for free over the internet. Now, on the outside, that sounds strictly very illegal, and it probably is. However, it's doing it with a few caveats. It's doing it through ASCII, and it's doing it in your terminal window. So you go to the website, link down below, etc. You copy the terminal code, you open up your terminal. You've got it if you've got a Mac or a PC. It's in your applications folder. You paste this, and then all of a sudden you see what you're seeing in front of you here. This is me screen recording, watching Showgirls earlier as ASCII with there's no sound obviously because it's in your terminal window, but there you go. Really like that. There's lots of discussion about, is this legal? Lots of lawyers wading in going, yeah, it's probably not legal, but really the amount of damages you'll get from this is not even worth tooling up for, so why not? There's a movie per day, some quite big movies in there as well, so definitely have a go. It's just fun. It did slow down after about 10 minutes for me, so I quit it, but nonetheless, it's a good thing for art. Hopefully that was interesting. Hopefully it was useful. If it was, give it a like. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do, and I'll see you next week.